The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome to the Trainwreck podcast number 6. Dude, in case you didn't know, Alan, tell him what I am.
You stupid fucking cunt, you idiot.
I'm a dope. You know why? Because I was just listening to a podcast. Because I do that a lot. I listen to a whole bunch of different ones, but I was just listening to the Church of What's Happening Now. And Joey Diaz brought up a whole bunch of different shit. Among the topics being grieving and all other types of shit that is, not really, they're not light subjects. It's pretty heavy. However, it made me think, what would be good if I would be able to kind of go into what was going on in my life a little while ago.
What am I going to do this month?
Okay, that's good. We'll store that one. We'll store that one for later. Let's try one more. I want to see what this does.
You know your business, I know mine. Your business being an asshole. Did you ever take a dump made you feel like you just slept for 12 hours?
Oh, man. That's not what I thought that was going to be at all.
My dick's on fire.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Oh, we're keeping that. We're keeping that all day. Oh, no. This is terrible. If you didn't know, I am...
You fucking child.
I am. I really am. But enough with the soundboard for the moment. And the reason why I bring this up is because I know over a couple of podcasts I mentioned that my grandmother passed away and we cracked jokes and it was all funny, but I don't think that I mentioned that nobody told me about it. Do you want to know how messed up my life is? And then I promise you we're going to move on to better topics, which, I'll get into in a second. But I get a call post-Christmas, come over to your grandmother's and, all the cousins are meeting up over there, all the family, so you need to be there, whatever. So my brother comes, picks me up. Ew. That was a little late.
Thank you.
For the attempt. Oh, am I going to get to my point ever? I really should try. Well, it's going to get heavy, so...
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I promise you this is sad, and I'm trying to make myself happy right now because this is my coping mechanism. This is what I do. So if you ever wonder, how does my sick mind work? This is it happening in real time, in this moment. No kidding. But anyway, he picks me up, we go over there, and everybody is pretty much there. Aside from a couple of family members, and my sister was there too. My sister, in case you didn't know, and I'm pulling a gunshot out for this because...
When I want to be naughty.
My sister is the harbinger of death. Why do I say that? I'm not even trying to be mean. Honest to God, you can ask her and she will tell you. The reason why that is, and I didn't put this together at the time, the only time I see this broad, because she moved out to Florida, I'm over here in Jersey, we're about 1,400 miles away from one another. Not like we really hung out much when she lived in Jersey anyway, but that's besides the point. Now I'm sad again. Damn it, man. Anyway, she was there, and a bunch of my cousins, my uncles, a whole bunch of people. And everybody's walking around the house, and my aunt is jumped up on a metaphorical soapbox. And is that disrespectful? I don't know. That's what I'm calling it, because she was holding court. Is that how you use that term? I hope it is. Either way, she was holding court, and she was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. Everybody's going to go around. You're going to pick whatever it is that you want, and then as long as somebody else doesn't have it on their list, you could take it, or if it is on their list, then you guys figure it out amongst yourselves, and if you can't, then we'll help you figure it out. And I'm sitting there, and this is how stupid, this is how much of a fucking moron I am. I'm sitting there, and I'm listening to all of this, dude, and I'm going to myself, where the fuck is my grandmother at right now?
You stupid fucking cunt.
Why is she not here? They told everybody to come over here. I wonder where she is. I'm a dope, because as they're giving them, and then my brain automatically goes from that to, okay, wait a minute. All her stuff, they're essentially like auctioning off her shit, is what's happening right now. They only do that when people die, right? And then I thought, this is all genuine. I thought to myself, well, there's no way that could have happened, because somebody would have called me and told me about it, right? You would think so. Boy, do I have news for you. That's not what happened at all. So, one of my cousin's boyfriends is hanging out in the kitchen where I go and migrate over to, because I don't like hanging out with the crowd, and the crowd don't really dig me too much, you know what I mean? It's like a constant bomb in one of my YouTube videos, but I go over in there and bullshitting with him and my uncle for a minute, and my uncle goes off and does some shit, and I say to my cousin's boyfriend, I only call him that because I'm an asshole and I don't remember what his name is, but he is awesome. He is a great guy. And I don't even like my cousin. Did I just say that? Whoa, shit, dude. You better pull that thing back out again, dude. What are you doing putting it back in its holster? I don't.
I can't even.
I don't like her. If I can sum her up in a quick sentence,
It's horrifically shitty.
that's what her personality is. And it's not her fault. We don't know each other very well, but I think she's an ass. And I say that just because I'm not going to get into the logistics of it. That's all I need to say, right? She doesn't like me, I don't like her, and that's the end of the story, but we're related, so, if she gets hit by a car or something, of course that would upset me. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. Why don't you just go ahead and grab the shovel and dig the hole a little bit deeper, bro?
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Why don't we just go back to the beginning and pretend I never said that? Alright, no, in all seriousness, I mean, she's never told me she doesn't like me, but I mean, I'm sure when somebody really doesn't like you, and it's not hard to figure it out, right? So, I mean, I think it's safe to say we're on that same page together, and nobody really wants to talk about it. They just give you... They feed you the line, and they want you to just sit there and eat it and enjoy it. Which I'm not gonna do that, and that was way longer than it needed to be. But, whatever. I got completely off topic. What was I talking about? Oh, man.
You are not prepared.
I am not. I am definitely not. Wait, that's what it was. My grandmother's dead. Okay, so anyway, I hope that made somebody laugh somewhere, because that sounds terrible as it comes out of my face. But anybody that knows, if you're new here, I'm sorry. This shouldn't be the first thing that you hear. You're probably getting a really bad first impression of who I am as a person. I promise you I'm not this bad. But anyway, we're making small conversation and we're laughing at everybody else in the house hard. Me and this dude are laughing pretty hard at everybody, talking about how silly the general idea is that they're all walking around and taking shit from their house, and we're talking about our broads and how, my girlfriend has way more shit than I do. I have a small closet in our house, and she's managed to infiltrate that, gentlemen. My security is slacking on its job. She essentially came in here and Tom Cruised everybody. That's what happened. She fucking karate chopped them all and looked at the closet.
Finish him!
And that's it, bro. Just threw some of her shit in there. I mean, I still have the hanger space, but everything under and above my clothes is all her stuff. But that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be, I guess, right? I don't know. Either way, get to the point and move on. Alright, I'm gonna do that, I promise. Anyway, we're making conversation, and I say to him, half jokingly, mind you, I'm like, question, man, like, I didn't, and I'm not, this is not a joke, I really said this. I was like, dude, I didn't, miss a funeral or anything like that, did I?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Apparently I did. And that was the look on his face said it all, bro, because he was like, yeah, right, no. He actually laughed a little bit. He chuckled a little bit, and he was like, no, dude, the funeral's in a couple of days. And even right now, as I'm going over the memory in my head, I literally, I can't even. Help me, Big J.
I can't even.
Get the sentence out without stuttering over it, because it amazes me. But he was like, yeah, no, the funeral is on, or the view is on Thursday, whatever the case may be. And I was like, oh shit, like, you're not kidding. And he was like, oh, dude, wait, you didn't know? Like, no, I had no idea. Nobody told me. This is
Fucking bullshit!
100%. And I know you guys are like, bro, chill out with the soundboard. I'm making myself feel a little bit better right now. It's not going to be this heavy going through the rest of the podcast. But, that's what happened. Did I have a point? I probably did, but I'm really aware of how much I'm hitting this board right now, and I feel kind of shitty about it, because I'm not gonna hear back from all of you until this goes up in a couple of days, and I'm sure I'm overdoing it. When the little voice in the back of my head says chill out, I know I'm overdoing it. But anyway, let's just leave that there. The point is, nobody told me. It was a surprise. I had no idea. That's really dark, but I say that to say that if you lost somebody recently, if you are grieving, hopefully this will put a smile on your face. And if I've upset you in any way, just remember,
I got no life.
I'm an asshole. So, Russian Doll. Netflix. If you guys got Netflix, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Russian Doll. I'm going to talk about Boardertown, and I'm going to talk about the other show. I just watched it today, and I already forgot the name of it. My God. What does that say about my my brain. I actually had to pull my Twitter up right now to look and see what the hell the show was called, because I tweeted about it, about doing this promotion for the podcast. Let me click on my profile here. Boardertown. Bodyguard, that's what it's called. So, starting off with the Russian doll, I guess it's not too far off topic, but the Russian doll is a show where it's set in New York, and I don't know, matter of fact, let's look it up, right? Yes, Russian doll. Let's look it up, and we'll see what the plot is. Emily? What? Ugh. Dude. Punch yourself in the face, bro. Unbelievable. That was really stupid of you. Emmy nominated actress Natasha somebody stars in a comedy drama series as... Oh my god, why did I do this? Oh my god. I can't say names. Nadia, a young woman who is on a journey to be the guest of honor at a party in New York City, which was her birthday party, by the way. Oh, fuck. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it. If you don't want the show to get ruined for you, then hang up this whole thing, and I appreciate you stopping by. She gets caught in a mystery loop as she repeatedly attends the same event and dies at the end of each night. Now, I'm going to leave that right there because I don't think that's a fair assessment of what was happening. It's partially right, but mostly it's wrong. Now, what is wrong with it? Well, okay, so as we know, Nadia, and I'm probably not saying her name correctly, if that's going to make you punch the air, the rest of this podcast is going to upset you because, breaking news, my language skill does not improve as time goes on, only tends to get worse. But, she goes to a surprise party that her friend throws her, and it's for her birthday. So it opens up, and we're not going to go scene by scene, but just to set the stage for you, so to speak. It opens up, she goes to the party, and she winds up getting with a dude at the party. That was after. You're getting ahead of yourself. Okay, anyway, never mind. Let's go backwards and fix it, and then we'll go forward and eventually get there. What I'm trying to say is that she went to the party. She winds up leaving after a bunch of stuff happens, but she smokes a joint that has, they call it an Israeli joint, and apparently it's like a regular joint that they roll up, except they sprinkle cocaine on top of it. So it's not a woo banger. It's not a woo banger. I don't know if outside of Jersey, if y'all call it a woo banger. If you don't know what a woo banger is, woo bang, woo bang. That's the chant. If you hear that chant starting at the party, hang it up, bro. Only bad things are gonna happen from there. But it's basically, a woo banger is 99% of the time it's a Dutch Master or a Philly Blunt rolled up with some weed, and they put cocaine inside of said Dutch Master Philly Blunt. It's usually not done in joints. I mean, I'm sure people have done it. Every time I've ever seen a woo banger hit the stage, it was done in a blunt wrap or something to that effect. Just the way that it does it. Oh man, I got nervous there for a second because I just realized I'm recording this in OBS and I can't hit the hotkey. Oh man, that noise that you hear, the police aren't kicking your door in, that's my heart beating because I thought I just did all of that for nothing. Not that I really said anything that should blow you away, but Either way, so she smokes this Israeli joint, and she leaves. She leaves the party, and she's trying to find her cat. She sees the cat across the street, and runs across the way. And this is the reason why we tell kids to look both ways, because this dopey idiot didn't look where she was going. She gets smashed by a cab and dies right then and there. And when this happened, I was like, holy shit, the show is over. How's it going to continue now? Who is this lady? What significance did she have to the show? And how are they going to move this thing going forward? Well, turns out she is the main character in the show. And how they're going to keep the thing moving forward is she popped back up in her friend's bathroom. She popped up in the bathroom at her friend's house in front of the sink where she was a few minutes beforehand, before she went out the door. And that's what the reoccurring thing is throughout the whole show. Now, she dies a few times in a few different colorful ways. She fell off of a bridge when she was sitting there. I knew that shit was coming. If you watch the show, when she's sitting on the bridge railing, as soon as the cat disappears, I'm like, oh, she's totally going over the side, dude. There's no way that she's not. And if she doesn't, I'm going to be upset. Not because I want her to die, but because if you're sitting on the railing of a fucking bridge, 99% chance you're going over, dude. What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I need a Sebastian drop, like a real one. But she died that way. She died a couple of other ways. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. I know she got hit by a car a couple of times, but so she's trying to figure out why this is happening, and she thinks that this is happening from the Israeli joint that she smoked. So she starts hunting down the drugs, try to figure out where did it come from, how did this happen, because apparently she's dabbled in many drugs and nothing like this had ever happened before. So she does some digging and she figures out that the weed was laced with ketamine. Now, I myself, I've never done ketamine, don't plan on doing it anytime soon. And so maybe some of you guys out there, you've done it before, or you know people who have. I'm not that brave. I don't need that kind of excitement in my life. I'm the kind of guy, I like to coast, man, A little bit of weed here and there is great for me, even though I don't smoke anymore. That would be the only thing that I really enjoy doing. I don't even drink anymore. I gave up drinking a while ago. Not that I had any kind of serious problem with it. It just, the spins are not fun. They're not. But either way, getting back on track here, she winds up doing this. She hunts down the drugs, and she starts to think that maybe what is happening is this is just one bad ketamine trip. And if I don't smoke this joint anymore, because every time I forgot to mention, every time that she has died up to this point, she has smoked a little bit of the joint. And then she starts to put two and two together, so she thinks, and, doesn't hit the joint, but she winds up dying later on, and figures out that it's not the drugs. It's not the drugs. Now, I don't know. I watched the whole season. It's one season on Netflix. I don't think there will be a season 2. If there is, I'll be surprised. But, I don't even know where I'm trying to go with this. So we'll just move on with the story. While she's in the middle of going all over the place and dying in all different types of ways, she manages to run into a guy in an elevator. And I know people that have watched this show that are looking for a real recap. You're in the wrong place, sir, ma'am, whatever you would like to label yourself as. I'm not that guy. If you haven't figured it out by now, this is not the show that does this thing properly. So anyway, she runs into a guy in an elevator while they're on their way down, and she's like, hey, when I mean on their way down, they're all about to die in an elevator. Should probably mention that, right? Kind of important. But, and she's like, hey man, and the guy is just kind of standing there like it's a regular day at the beach, and she's like, hey man, aren't you scared? We're all about to die. And up to this point, she has no idea what's going on with herself, but the kid turns to her and goes, yeah, that's been happening to me a lot lately, or something to that effect. And right before they crash, the light bulb goes up in her head, and she's like, oh shit, me too. So she goes and she hunts this guy down, and it turns out that the same thing is happening to him over and over again, and it's just those two. Now, I don't know if other people are involved in this or what, because as the show goes on, people are disappearing. I'm all over the place. But the point is that these two people are dying, and they eventually figure out that they have to help each other. They have to help each other and figure out how it is that they got to this point. And they do successfully do that. And now I'm going to fast forward all the way to the end of the show, because there is a lot of great things that happen in the series, but I'm not going to be able to recall every episode. I watched this thing a couple of days ago. So, the events are all stored in my head somewhere, but I can't pick them out and recall them as I go along here. So, fast forwarding to the end of the show, we discover that she is an extremely selfish person through her upbringing and how she was raised with her family and all that nonsense. And this dude is like a by-the-book, OCD affected kind of a guy. But their two personalities together is actually very helpful, because they bring out what the other one is missing in terms of flaws. The other personality makes up for that. So that's how they're able to help each other out so well. But anyway, towards the end of the series, we piece it together and we figure out that this dude had a breakup. That's been his day. She was at a party. He woke up, worked out, played video games, went over to his girlfriend's house to propose, and she breaks up with him. And he has to relive that shit every day. God damn, that is rough, dude. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine. I have been in my fair share of breakups, and let me tell you something, dude. It's not fun. It is not fun at all, and I am the type of person that once we break up, I would like nothing more than to get as far away from you as possible. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to be nowhere near you, dude. Please. The fuck away from me. Yeah, we can be friends in a couple of years. You know what I mean? Let me pull my fucking self together, you selfish prick. But anyway, we figure out that this dude... I'm saying anyway a lot, aren't I? I probably am. That word felt like it didn't come out right, but... So he threw himself off of a building. That's what happened. After the breakup, he threw himself off of a building, and that's why he's been reliving his life, and she's been doing it, if I remember correctly, because of some fucked up shit that happened in her childhood. It's a whole family thing. It's a real deep thing that's happening. I can't do it justice here, but I bring this show up just to simply say that you should go and check it out. It's a good show. So now that I've successfully butchered that to death, and anybody that had just heard my explanation of that probably does not feel too inclined to go and watch the damn show. But I'm telling you, dude, I enjoyed it. It's kind of 80s heavy with the music selection. I mean, but that didn't ruin it for me. I know that would get some people in more. It didn't really have an effect on me one way or the other than saying, like, wow, they really picked a certain genre of music to go into this show with. So, that's where I leave that. But Russian Doll was very good. It was very good. Oh, wait, he threw himself off a building, and I think that she helped him cross over. Man, I wish I had a drop for that. This is no longer your home. It's time for you to cross over. Bad Ben shit. But I think at the end of the show, she might have helped him cross over, because the very last scene, they both are walking towards a parade, and the camera angles make it so they're going right next to one another, and they eventually, the two camera angles cut into one as they're going forward, and then it's just her disappearing into the crowd. Wonderful explanation. Moving on. Boardertown. This one's not going to be as bad as my explanation of the last one, because this show is 2 seasons long so far. I don't know if there will be another one, but it's like I almost said if CIA, if CSI and Dead Zone had sex in Finland and had a baby, and that baby decided to grow up and become a television show, that's what this would be.
Oh, good for you!
What a tie-in that was. You're damn right it was good for me. One more. Come on, bro. That was beautiful. I love that fucking cartoon, man. I don't know nothing about those movies. I have no interest in that. If it ain't Pink Panther, the real legit one, with the alcoholic guy with the X's on his eyeballs, I don't want nothing to do with it. If you can't climb into a vacuum guy, we have no reason to hang out. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, wow, that's distracting. There's an ad down at the bottom of my soundboard. Celebs who are gay and proud, and it's just 2 women that are kissing on the bottom of the thing. And the reason why it's distracting is because they could not look more unnatural in that 2 seconds. And I would imagine that you could, if you took a picture of 2 regular jerk-offs trying to have a kiss, it looks like they're having a train wreck, because you shouldn't be allowed to take a picture of that, because it's not flattering to either party that's involved. So, shout out to the gay community, man. I guess, because now I pulled you into this. Good for me. I'll probably get, whatever. Anyway, I don't give a fuck, dude. I didn't say nothing wrong. If you don't like that, dude, if you got some kind of a problem with what I just said, I have some advice for you. You might want to do exactly what this lady is doing, and I will give you the jelly beans.
I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
Yep, that's what you can do. Anyway, so the show is out in Finland, and it's a detective show. That's basically what it is. This guy is able to compartmentalize, if that's the word, thoughts in his head and recall things in the past by separating it into different categories and solving cases and shit like that. So I enjoyed it. It's also, I know I said it takes place in Finland, but luckily for me, this show was dubbed over in English. There are a couple of other language selections if you would like to listened to it in something else. I don't recall them all off the top of my head, but I don't speak anything other than English. And let's be honest with one another, I'm struggling with that as it is. So, I mean, come on. Really. Really. See what I did there? I didn't press a button. I wanted to, and I didn't do it. That, my friend, is called self-control. Give it a few minutes, and I'm sure we'll be back off track in no time. So, that's what this show is basically about. It's all different cases of all different shit. It opens up pretty dark. The first episode, there was a little girl that was murdered, and she has pins put in her ears, her lips are sewn shut, and so are her eyeballs. So that's fun. That's real fun. But it's a good show. If you're into crime shows like CSI and stuff like that, I would check this one out. There's a lot of different elements to it, so I enjoyed it. I mean, that's all I could really say about this show. Only because, I don't know how else you would categorize it, but I would say at least try one episode and see how you feel about it. It's worth a shot. And when I just wanted to know what was going to happen, and digging a little bit deeper into it, I've come to find out that it did air apparently out in Finland somewhere, or Russia, or wherever. There was a lot of tie-ins to Russia. I don't know how close those two places are together, because I'm an American asshole and I don't do research on places. I couldn't tell you shit about the South Dakota. Like the fact that there's no "the" in front of that word. And I live in America, so don't feel bad, Finland and Russia. It's not your fault. It's on me. It's all on me. That's what this is. So check that out. And then the third show, Bodyguard. I just watched that one today. One season of that. Dude is in the police. He's not a cop. And he's not in. People are not in the police. That's not how you say that at all. Not at all. Ugh. Oh man, I'm never gonna get rid of this guy.
You stupid fucking cunt.
Yeah, I know. I am not smart. We already established that. Do you have anything else that you would like to add, sir? While we're going down this path of you constantly insulting me?
I rest my case.
Okay, good. I'm happy to hear it. So, he's not a cop. He's a security guy. His job is to, and I'm going to see if I can remember this, he's a PPO. He's a Principal Protection Officer. And when I say a Principal Protection Officer, I don't mean that he works in a school. This show is based out of, I think, the UK somewhere. And the principal was the equivalent to what not your prime minister, the one underneath that. Whatever the second in command to your prime minister is, that's who this person was. Is it a principal? Is it? I'm not sure.
Well, answer me.
And they can't. This is not going to get to them for a couple of days, Al. You need to relax, bro. No, not everything is about you, okay? It's not all about you, sir. Jesus. That's terrible, alright? That wasn't good. I know when it's not good, but we're running with it anyway. So, that's his job. And again, spoiler alert. Well, no, I don't know how much I want to ruin this show. I won't go too in depth about it because, that would actually buy me some time. And that would be a smart idea, a smart thing to do. And the last time I checked, I'm pretty dumb. So, basically, this guy, Oh shit, that was the soundboard. I thought OBS just crashed. I'm really paranoid about this. I might actually just stop this and pick it up in Audacity later and do that. But this guy, that's his job. He winds up discovering a conspiracy, and people from his security department are trying to set him up. It goes a lot deeper than that. It is a slow burn. And for the first 4 or 5 episodes, you would think that this action drama, I think that would be a fair categorization of it. Is that a word? Probably not. I think that would be a fair assessment to what the show is, but you would think, somebody pulled the script out of a fucking Danielle Steele book in the beginning. And you know what? I want to look up what Danielle Steele writes. Because if I remember correctly, she was a little dirty one, writing some dirty shit. Oh, shit. Okay, no, I didn't ruin it. I thought I did. Daniel Bajoli. Fuck off. Book type. Let's see what comes up. I don't want to know what her next book is. I want to know what kind of stuff does she write. There it is. Yep, look at me with my knowledge out of nowhere, dude. Holy shit. You know what, bro? Give me a round of applause, dude. I deserve one for that. I pulled that right out of my ass. Where's my crowd button? Yeah! Good for me. Danielle Steele is an American writer best known for her romance novels. You feel that? That's the feeling of victory right there, bro. That's what that is. Alright. Now, oh man, I made myself forget what I was doing, where I was going. I don't have a great ass button? That's ridiculous. How is that possible? There's no way. How do you not? I must have missed it. There's no way that button is not on here. Come on. Really? Really? Alright. I guess not.
I humiliated you. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
It's alright. For once it's your fault. But wait, that's what it was. I remember now. Oh man. The show is a slow burn. Within the first 4 or 5 episodes, you would think it was a romance show. The script was pulled out of a Danielle Steele novel. Not that it was an action drama. And there I go. I almost did it.
One point, in fact, of which I spoke to you, of which I can't talk to you about it here.
I just can't talk. I try, and...
What were my words to you?
That's bad, too. I thought he was going to say something cool, like, let's... It doesn't matter. The point is that, I was getting a little nervous when I was watching it because people were getting laid every 2 seconds. And I was like, oh no, well, this is not what I signed up for at all. Where's the drama? Where's the action? Like, Red Tube exists for a reason, right? If I wanted softcore porn, I would wait till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I would try to rent Cinemax. Oh no, this is terrible. But that's the point I'm trying to make. But overall, though, a little bit of action did prevail. It wasn't as action-packed as I would have liked it to be, although there was some very intense moments, and I got a secret for you. There's one part in the show where the guy tried to blow his own fucking brains out, right? And somebody took his bullets out, and they replaced it with blanks. So what had happened was the guy, when he pulled the trigger and tried to blow his head off, I was looking for the boom headshot button, and I can't find it. I'll still look for it while I tell you this. Maybe I'll find it. Gross. I'm gonna edit that out completely. But when he went to blow his brains out, there wound up being blanks in the gun, and it didn't happen. So later on, he's at his house, and he's sitting with his kids, and he's trying to hold himself together and not cry. And when the kids are like, hey, is everything okay? What's going on? The wife looked over at me, and she was like, man, oh, I was such a bitch. And she's wiping the tears away from her eyes. And I'm going, yeah, I get it. Real sad. I get it 100%. But I teared up too. I just hate it a lot better. So, she doesn't know that. So, don't go telling her, man. Wow, this thing is a dump, huh? No good. I'm not into it at all. The point is, you should check out those shows. I mean, it's a good thing I'll be able to add on to this later, because I tell you what is happening? What am I doing? Now I'm just hitting buttons on a fucking board. Out of curiosity, we'll see how long this thing is, and then maybe we'll go from there and figure it out. I'll add to it later. Wow. I know this is going to be an odd cut. And if I was any good at what I do, I would have figured out a way to segue into this, but sometimes something just happens, and I'm just blown away. Is that the great ass button?
Great ass!
Yeah! Shit, man. Damn it. There it is. There's the tie-in to what happened earlier. Remember that? All that terrible shit that I did? Well, that made me happy again, because let me tell you something, dude. Parents,
safe. I felt like I was one of
whoa, don't get ahead of me, lady. Parents, I'm talking to you. If you have children and a grown adult wants to hang around your kid for fun, you should probably do something about that.
Your father peddles car telephones at a 300% markup.
Your mother works on heavy commission in a camera store. Graduated to it from espresso machines.
That helped me out. Not at all. Listen, dude. What the fuck? I'm not even 10 minutes into this abducted in plain sight deal. I heard everybody talking about how crazy this documentary is. 10 minutes in. Are you fucking retarded or something, dude? Are you retarded or something, dude? What the fuck is the matter with you? What is the matter with you? Could that have been a... No. What could it be? What is your problem? Tart. You are a tart, bro. Listen, I don't care if the guy's got 20 kids, bro. I don't care if the guy's got 20 kids, dude. Do you understand? Especially when the guy focuses in on one child. How do you not... I can't do this. Look, I'm only 10 minutes into the show. I know nothing. What I know so far is all I need to know. I don't need an hour and 23 minutes more of this documentary. You just summed it up rather quickly. Church-going family, active in the community, meets another family in the church, and turns out, now this guy is married, apparently to an adult. Let me stress that. This dude is married to another adult, allegedly. I think. I haven't gotten that far yet. Should probably not talk about things that I don't know. We're going off of just a little bit, a little taste. What in my beak? You know what I mean? A little bit. So this is not. I can't even hit the fucking careless whisper button because that's disgusting. Bro, she's like a 10-year-old girl. What the fuck is the matter with you? Somebody ought to shoot this motherfucker. No, don't shoot him. Don't listen to me. I don't know, this bothers the fuck. Dude, what? I can't take this. I don't even know how to put what I'm feeling into words, but if I could sum it up with a noise. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Nope. Backing out. I just listened back to where I left the podcast off on, and I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'll tell you why, because that fart noise legitimately just cracked me up. I'm not putting it on, dude. Farts are funny. I'm a 33-year-old man, boy, and farts are funny at my age. What do you want me to do, dude? It's a fact. I can't stop it from happening. But back to abducted in plain sight. Well, it turns out that abducted in plain sight is a lot like a potato chip, dude. You gotta, once you reach your hand in that fucking bag of nuts, dude, you gotta go through the whole deal. So, my coming away thoughts from that documentary are simple.
You stupid fucking cunt.
What the fuck is the matter with you, dude? What the fuck is your problem? Huh? Like that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I'll split your fucking head open again.
I really wish. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear. And spoiler alert for anybody that doesn't know, I'm so happy.
You dumb motherfucker!
Ate a gang of pills. Not one, not two, a gang of them. And drank a bunch of Kahlua to death. I only wish it would have been gasoline. Which, side note, since we're talking about gasoline, do you want to hear how much of a fucking idiot I am? So if you have a problem with anything that I'm saying, although if you have a problem with me having a problem with pedophiles,
nothing would thrill me more greatly than to shoot you.
Oh man, I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, that's right, I remember. Listen, dude, this one time, not at band camp. Okay, so to break this down for you, because I gotta give you something happy before I get out of here. B is dead. We're all happy about that. He abducted a little girl. I'm going back into the sad again, but we're not gonna be here very long. He abducted a little girl, brainwashed her, had sex with her a bunch of times. Oh God. I just made myself sick just thinking about it. That is fucking disgusting.
And guess what?
I'm fucking happy you're dead, you piece of shit. Wherever you are in the world, wherever your body is rotting, I only wish that I can go spit on your fucking headstone, you cocksucker. Ugh. And your fucking brother should be right next to you, that piece of shit, helping you out. Fucking gross, dude. I would only hope that my brother would put a bullet in the back of my fucking head if I ever even suggested doing anything crazy like that. That is fucking ridiculous. Well, my heartbeat just went up. I don't know about the rest of yous. But anyway. So, a couple of years ago, there was a Gatorade bottle that was sitting on the deck where we used to live, and I had forgotten that what was in the bottle wasn't Gatorade, and
guess what?
And you did probably guess. So a couple of weeks beforehand, I put antifreeze into this Gatorade bottle, and me being the fucking smart guy that I am, I ripped the label off of the bottle. Because I said, and I quote to the wife, there's no way anybody could ever confuse antifreeze with Gatorade. There's no way it would ever happen. Well, do I have news for you.
Is it possible?
Oh, it's possible, buddy. Not only is it possible, but I went and did it. Standing outside in the deck, smoking a butt, having a conversation with the woman that brought me into this world, which is probably half the reason why. Maybe I had a subliminal thought and I wanted to drink it on purpose to end my pain, but I can't confirm or deny that. Either way,
you stupid fucking cunt, you idiot.
I know, I deserve that. I reached down without giving it a second thought. I didn't even smell the bottle. I opened it up in the middle of a sentence and took the biggest swig out of this fucking thing you'd ever seen in your life. For those of you that don't know, antifreeze, if you ever, you don't even have to be car savvy. You don't. You don't ever have to have worked on cars. You don't have to have ever done anything with cars at all. If you've ever smelled what burning antifreeze smells like, in case you didn't know, I'm here to tell you, that's exactly what it tastes like. Exactly what it tastes like. The next time you smell a little burnt antifreeze, and maybe you think to yourself, I wonder how bad that tastes. I want you to picture that smell in your mouth. And that's what it smells like. When I called, they made me call poison control because, like, I didn't have enough shame already.
Shame on you!
I know. Another terrible button. I really need to write down what are the good ones. The guy at poison control was even like, dude, what? You did what? Hey, give it to him again.
You stupid fucking cunt.
You drank antifreeze? Drank? There was a T at the end of that somewhere? And I'm like, yeah. I already brushed my teeth like 3 times. You know, like, well, how much of it did you swallow? I go, no, I spit it out. I spit it out as soon as it hit my fucking tongue because it smelled like what it tastes like. I don't know if you know that. And he was like, oh, no, you should be fine. You should be. When the guy at poison control says you should be fine, just hang it up. Life's over. You don't need to do anything else. You've already lived as much as you can, much as you can do, I almost said. And then I said it anyway because I'm a fucking idiot. But, yeah. So, there's my story. I know. And I wanted to leave the air dead for a second.
What are you, dying of some wasting disease?
Well, I guess you could say that. MS is slowly eating away at the part of my brain that's supposed to make me funny, I guess. I'm just sitting in here abusing myself, using my disability like a fucking cat of 9 tails, just whipping it on my back, dude. Oh, man. It's my cross. What do you want me to do? So, yeah. I think that's it.
I did not come down here just to get jerked off, you know.
Apparently Jan's father did. That's what he got in the car for, and he actually did it.
How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me what's funny.
I hit that a little prematurely.
I mean, it's your ass, not mine.
Just stop. This was a terrible fucking podcast. Terrible from beginning to end. It was bad. Nothing good came out of this. Go watch The Russian Doll. Check out Boardertown. Maybe Bodyguard. And please, don't molest any children.
We're not gonna hurt you.
Don't. Oh my God, that was the worst one I could have pressed the whole. Oh no. Oh man. That's bad. That's real bad. I think I can just cue the music. I can't.
You know, I think you got the wrong impression about me.
Yeah, you did. If this was your first podcast, I apologize. I'm sorry that I did this to you. If you made it this far, congratulations. I mean, holy Jesus. I only wish I had my other soundboard up. What is that? What the fuck is that? Well, it was supposed to be a podcast, sir, and I never claimed I was any good at it. Jesus Christ, man. Multiple deaths, CSI Dead Zone references, child molestation, Al Pacino drops from a movie in the 90s. What? Can it get any worse? Can it get any fucking worse? I'm sure it can. Let's just end it. Now, cue the music for real this time. I mean it. Just end the pain. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Come back next week.